All right, so here we go. Seattle versus Minnesota, which is really crazy. We could be setting bad examples for our children, for little babies. I know babies that go on world tours. I simply, that was weird interfered. I simply cannot remake all of Drake's music simply because you want recording in the studio late night. You know how you have to go crazy to achieve things? So I say no. Why would I be up at late night recording music in a studio? See, here is where they tricked you. You fell for marketing again. So someone thanked me today because they said, I go to school. Thank you for telling people to not go out in the rain for recess and then return. Like, it's lunchtime, it's raining heavy. Do not walk to McDonald's, play in the rain, and then just sit back on the mat. You know, like, you can't. That is so disgusting. You know? So it's like, um, but yeah, Andy and Timmy like the smell of soggy socks. But I advise you do not. And then, if you are a dad, you're dropping off your son to school. Make sure your son has rubber boots, a raincoat, and an umbrella. Avadia. Avadia just means simply everyone gets a turn. So it's a luxury to have a vadia. If you are about to leave your house and you don't have an umbrella, then you are really unprivileged. But do that thing, start freestyling. It's your turn to be famous. I saw some fighter jets from Drake all over Toronto because he's going to Italy. So he flies east. A bunch of fighter jets over his hometown of Toronto, which is cool. Interestingly enough, I have never remade Kendrick Lamar's music. I have not remade Birdman's music, but I kind of did. Oh. And it's like Tether has minted 1 trillion UST. You know what 1 trillion UST means? For some reason, the coin, the stable coin, it is pegged to the US dollar, the world reserve currency. So it'll just stay at $1 unless people short it like crazy or something. So once the time DAI was unpegged. And so look at these interior passes. So that is why you're making so much money in crypto. Because you and I both know there's not a single stock you want to buy. There is no stock you want to buy. Except maybe Tesla, which is a tech stock. So similar to Bitcoin. And so then as Bitcoin was crashing, Tether minted 1 trillion to probably buy some Bitcoin. It's like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know crypto, you can make more money in crypto. I was watching this video where this guy was asking this millionaire, it's like, hey, you're rich in Beverly Hills. How did you make your first $1,000,000? And this guy's like, I'm 75. Isn't that so hilarious? Do not quit your job. Do not quit your job, I'm telling you. Don't quit your job to climb Mount Everest. But what is a safe investment? It could be as simple as buying party hats. People won't allow you to buy that many party hats because you set it for the price, maybe mark up 10%, it still won't sell. So then you mark it up like 25%. You put 100K per party hat, and then you get a couple. So party hats could pump really crazily. Well, by default though, RuneScape it could be taking up too much of my time because I do need to set some real income stuff. My mom wants to buy a comic book, so yeah, it'd be really interesting. It's like, why can't I walk around anymore? It could be because you're fat. If you don't have enough, when you're fat, you don't get oxygen to your brain. So you could be too tired. So I can't walk home. Let me take the bus. Could be a sign of obesity in ways that the fat is restricting oxygen to your brain. So I got an energy drink. I got a coffee. I was about to fall asleep crazily on the bus on the TTC. I start drinking a coffee to keep me up, and then halfway later I bought an energy drink to finish my walk because I'm fat. I wasn't necessarily tired. So yeah, signs of obesity. Yawning when other people aren't yawning. Boom. We gotta be regular people. We gotta eventually develop the emotional reciprocation. I need to take some time off because I was on my way to teaching you everything. Here is the weekend mashup with One Direction. And then, from there it would go into like the Incredible Hulk, why I think Incredible Hulk is better than Spider-Man. And it's just, it would just be way too much. So I myself need to take a break. Because let's say I mix one of Lil Wayne's songs. It'd be like, I didn't know this is the level we're on. So I make a really good 1 minute TikTok loop. Someone could say on a tabletop, I didn't know this is the level we're on. I was supposed to be rapping at this level. Or like, my conversation skills has to be at this level. My drawing skills are at this level. My speaking skills on Twitter has to be at this level. My chess skills have to be at this level. I didn't know we were on this level. But as you see, it's like, holy crap, I'm overexerting myself. I need a break.